Girlfriend, you are just like your hairstylist. Now, I know some of you are like, oh, yeah, I am. You know what I mean? For you that love your hairstylist. And it says a lot about you. I want to talk about this, especially to my Black women, is that you are who you allow to service you. Whatever your value is, wherever you spend your money, that's where you trust that person, right? You're spending your money, you're trusting them to become intimate with your hair. So I was thinking about this because the other day, I remembered years ago when in like 92, when I first cut my hair really, really short. Halle Berry was out. And I remember, y'all know I always tell y'all the story about how much I loved Jackie Head of Times and my stylist that I have to this day, Tony, here in Miami. She is one of the people that I actually looked up to when I became a hairstylist. I wanted to have the same model as her, as she presented herself to her clients and to the world. Her message, she was a walking billboard, and she carried herself well. And guess what? So when I went and I got my hair cut, I remember all of them can cut hair. Now, don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. They all can cut hair in Jackie Head of Times. But when I would go out, they'd be like, oh, Tony cut your hair? I'd be like, yeah, girl. And Tony had a shortcut. So, I really was feeling it. And then I was a kid. And then we would see somebody else. I'm like, oh, that's a Jackie cut right there. I could tell because the way they cut the hair. So everybody had their signature way of cutting hair, right? And so I love that because it makes sense, because when I stopped going to Tony them. I forgot what it was. I think I moved away or something. And I found another hairstylist. She can cut, but guess what? People thought that a man was cutting my hair because the way she cut my hair. And I was like, what? They was like, oh, she cut the widow's peak, because you don't line up a woman's hair in the front. It takes away the softness. And so when they, I had people ask that, I was like, oh God. So of course I had to go back to Tony. I'm saying all of this to say is that a lot of us are just like our hairstylists. Not just our hairstylists, just in relationships, whatever we invest our time, our money, and we trust people with, that's who we basically are mirroring. That's who we are. So if you are a person that values top quality hair, you want top quality service or whatever, you tend to find that the hairstylist has the same mindset as you. It's just like with anything else. So we're going to go ahead. Oh, I do my glasses. We're going to go ahead and tap into that real quick, y'all, and just look at that. Now, it may not come off as a compliment to everybody, right? So if it doesn't come off as a compliment, you may want to really look at yourself and be like, whoa, wait, who am I connected to? Who am I trusting to do my hair? That's what I want you to do. I want you to be able to think about this. Now, I'm back in the car. I'm actually in my garage. A couple of my friends were like, yeah, Lee, we missed the car chronicles, because it's like you was more detailed and more, I guess connected more with you guys. So we're back in the car, the truck. All right. So I was going to drive off somewhere, but I just didn't feel like it. So here we are in the garage. All right. So one of the things that I want to say is that we mirror how we see ourselves, right? We mirror how we see ourselves. So a lot of times when we mirror how we see ourselves, if we see ourselves like, you know what I mean? Like you got that hairstylist that all she does is weave. All she, you know what I mean? She gets you in, she gets you out. She's popular. Everybody in the neighborhood getting this style done. Everybody right now, this is the trend. Then that's who you're going to go with. It doesn't really matter whether or not that she comes in and she looks half done, or she got a bonnet on her head or anything like that. It doesn't really matter to you, because you just like the outcome of what she's going to do to you. And the other part you love the fact of her not necessarily, what's the word? You love the fact that she thinks like you and she carries herself like you. And so you love that, right? And so if she comes in with a bonnet, or, you know, you seen her in the street somewhere and I done seen it, you know, that's my girl right there. Hey girl, what's going on? I'm coming to you. And you don't mind that she walks around carelessly, not really caring about her looks or valuing how she steps out of her home and how she represents, then guess what? You are just like your hairstylist, right? All right. So that's a cool thing. Now, the next thing, you attach yourself to hairstylists because they justify your willingness not to upgrade yourself. So I remember being in this church one day and this bishop had said this thing, and that thing had floored me. He was talking about relationships. And he said to the men, he said that a lot of men will marry a woman that only expects the bare minimum of them. And the reason why is because they are broken or they have low self-esteem. And so they pick women that don't need any, not necessarily, they need you, but they don't expect anything from you. They're not going to challenge you. They're not going to push you or drive you to step up to the next level, to your potential. So that's how hairstylists are. Some hairstylists are. You're going to go to that hairstylist that's not going to tell you, girl, you need to do maintenance to your hair. You need to purchase these products. You're not going to go to that person. You're going to go to the one that doesn't care. Like I said, you mirror them. So the same way your attitude is when it comes to your hair, you're going to find a hairstylist that connects to you and that does not care about the value of your hair, does not care about whether or not you're going to experience hair loss. As long as you get that style that everybody in the trend that everybody is getting to, no matter how we get to the destination, that's what I want. So that is what you're going to get. You're not going to get a hairstylist that's going to force you to step up, upgrade yourself, right? To carry yourself in the way that not the potential, not to have you living in the potential of what you could look like, but force you to say, girl, you need to change your eating. You need to change your lifestyle. You need to change your environment. You're not going to go to that hairstylist that's going to tell you, if you want to take your hair to the next level, if you want this certain look, let's say you're about to go into business, and let's say your business is being let me do this better. Kandi Buruss. I love Kandi Buruss. I hope I'm saying her name right. Phenomenal woman. She's going for the Tony Award. She wants these awards in these different areas of her life that she's accomplished, and she's doing a phenomenal job. She's helped women with businesses, and she's been a great example when it comes to the business world of things, right? Now Kandi, to me, she had the strongest platform, and she did a lot of things within the group Escape. Kandi's from the group Escape. I'm sorry, y'all, with Tiny and the other two girls that was in the group. Kandi was she was like, God was like, she just has a lot of gifts. Not saying the others didn't, but we can see the manifestation of things. But one of the things I always noticed about her was that she seemed like she was tight with her money. And I was watching her do an interview, and she was talking about the fact that in Georgia, they would go to, I think it's Houston's, this restaurant, and they would set up meetings there, and that's how they would make deals and stuff like that. And one of her friends said to her, girl, why you don't get your own office? Because by then Kandi had established herself. But her mindset was like, I'm going to put my money towards this, and I'm going to invest in these things. But me personally, I'm good. I got somebody to do it. Her hair was never really all that. And then when it came to her style, she dressed nice, but it didn't match where she was going as she was going up. And I remember, I think it was last year or maybe 23. I think it was 23, where she lost weight. She upscaled. She changed her game, and she changed that. She lost the weight, and then she hired a stylist. I think it's the same hair stylist, the clothing stylist that dresses Fantasia. And let me tell y'all, the brother that dresses Fantasia is superb. She be on point. So when I saw Tiny, when I saw Kandi, I was like, whoa, yes, ma'am. She looked fabulous. And I was like, I wonder what she got going on next. And the next thing you know, now she's doing Othello. She is the one that is the force behind that. She's running it, she's producing it, all these different things. Othello in New York with Denzel Washington and Jake Gyllenhaal. Somewhere in her mind, she said, you know what? I got to step my game up because I'm going into arenas that I can't play with this. I can't keep on this level. So you're going to find your hairstylist that is going to challenge you and say, hey, these are the things you need to do. If you want to get a new look, or if you changing your life, or things are happening for you, they're going to challenge you and say, these are the steps you need to do. Now, if you want to go somewhere in life, but you feel like they got to accept me for who I am, stay with where you at. All right, you girl, because you know what? You just like your hairstylist. All right. The next one, quality does not matter to a woman who does not value her hair. Quality don't matter to you. You can get the over the counter. You can get they still using, I was shocked when they told me they still using the spritz. The what's the spritz that they use, child? Pump It Up. They still use Pump It Up. Even though we have seen on the news about how bad our how much alcohol we're having in our hair and the breakage and the tension, we don't care. You know what I'm saying? You don't really value your hair. And because you don't value your hair, especially when you're young like that, you will be the woman that in the long run will be coming to me and looking on this channel, looking for videos to help you to restore your hair. So your hairstylists don't care because you're a number. If it's 5 of y'all sitting in a room waiting to get your hair done, she doesn't value your time. She definitely don't care about your hair. She don't even care about you telling her. She's like, girl, I don't care about that. Just sit in this chair. Let me get you in and out so I can make this money. Because I got my rent, light, phone, and water to pay. And these kids, them, need shoes. That's the hairstylist that you got. So guess what? You probably operate like that in your home as well. So guess what, girl? You just like your hairstylist. All right. And last but not least, look at your crowd, the environment that you picked. Honey, these videos are to help you. And I know y'all are, I'm about to come with it even stronger because I need for us Black women, right? I'm talking to us, that we need to step it up. Why? Y'all already know what I'm going to say. We lead in bad practices, whether it's the hairstylist or the client. The client accepts the bad practices and accepts the bad behaviors, and the hairstylist don't even care about that, because we're in a business right now when it comes to the beauty world where it's get you in, get you out, and if you lose your hair, they got something for that. But in the inside, what you don't realize, at the long time effects of you losing your hair, right? It's going to affect you eventually. And so I want to leave with this. Your environment says a lot about you. The crowd that you run with, that is a true statement. So if you run with a group of girls who are just like you, that don't care, that every time you get paid, you're going to get a lace front wig, you're going to get some weave, or you're not doing any of that. Because none of that is a bad thing. What is bad when you're doing that, you wear that 80% of the year and 20% you wear your hair. And that's 1 week where you flat iron the mess out of it, or you color it because you call yourself going natural. Okay? So your environment, the people that tell you that, I've seen something where I've seen it a few times where they say, well, she cute, but child, she needed some weave in her hair. She needed her, that natural stuff ain't pretty. I done seen some of the baddest sisters with natural hair that run circles around a lot of us that wear weave, including myself. So the mindset of you, the crowd that you run with, y'all probably all just like y'all hairstylists. Y'all don't really care, honey. Y'all don't value much, honey. This is just skin. So what if I get a scalp disorder, right? Girl, so what? I got that bald spot, honey. I got something to cover that up. Girl, my hairstylist don't care, girl. She get me in and out, girl. You know about her. Girl, she be slaying hair. She really do. Y'all know what slay mean? Kill. She really does. So I pray that this video helps you. If you have a story that you want to share, please make sure y'all like and share this video. And guess what, guys? I will see you next video. For those of you that have questions, that need help, that are like, you know, Lee, I need to find a good hairstylist. There's hairstylists in every state. Great hairstylists, old school hairstylists, new school hairstylists that can slay hair but can maintain your hair. But it is up to you to pick the hairstylist that you want. And it's going to tell us the value, how you value yourself, and how you value your community, and how that hairstylist values you as well. All right? We mirror who we are. I pray this video helps you. I'll see you next video. Bye.